What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. The Arsenal have destroyed Aston Villa 4-1 at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League to go 5 points clear of City, 6 points clear of Villa in an absolutely blinding performance that was much needed. Oh my God, we needed that so bad. What an epic performance from the boys tonight. Gotta love it. But of course, first, go ahead and smash up the likes on the channel. Subscribe if you are new. Of course, thanks for being here. Hype it up if you got any of those left this week. And I, of course, want to know what you're thinking about this absolute demolition in the comments section down below. Now, of course, I was very worried, like the rest of us, when Declan Rice went down today. And I took to Twitter because I was very, 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 very upset with how this squad has been managed. And I said some things on there that were pretty colorful. And, you know, some of it's still true. Some of it, you know, we can back off a little bit again, you know, because some of it was answered today. Some of it was answered today. They absolutely took the handbrakes off today. They absolutely decided, you know what? We're going to stand up and destroy this team. We're going to put this team to bed. And whew, it was a blinding performance, and I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier with how things went today. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Once again, I was you know, where's Emirates Eze? I was wondering why Eze hadn't started. Of course, Leandro Trossard has been the guy, and he continues to be the man. And so, yeah, that's right there. Answered. Boom. Question number one answered. Because Leandro Trossard is balling out. That's why we didn't see Eze today. There you go. Question answered. Yeah, right at the beginning of the game, I definitely thought we were a little bit nervy. I could tell that the kind of the mood going into the game had seeped into the team a little bit, definitely seeped into the crowd, and it felt like we were a little bit nervous. You'll notice if you go back and watch it that like 3 minutes into the game, Trossard has to look back at Hincapie and go, you know, just calm down, just breathe a little bit, calm down. You know, but I thought we did settle down, and we're the better team for the first 10 minutes. It looked like Odegaard was trying to maybe do some lobs, something different to try to get past the low block, looking for aerial balls early, and that didn't last, which I thought was funny. I took a note of that, and then he didn't really do that much. I thought the very first time that we did what we did, it took us a minute to kind of get Trossard isolated or Saka isolated. Neither of them were in it as much as I would have liked in that first half. But the first time Trossard does get isolated, beats his man, gets across over, and I'm not going to say Gyökeres has to score that, but yeah, I'm going to say it. He's got to score that. Definitely does well to peel away from his man and get the header off, but I really need that to be on target, my man. But, you know, we move on. About the 13th minute, Victor probably had his worst moment of the game. Kind of a poor touch. I've been taking really, really close notes on him, so I have a bunch of notes on what he's done. But I think that other than that, I thought he was pretty good today. I did want to mention that in the first half, it was definitely even tactically. There were moments where I could see what Emery was doing to pull us apart. He was also very effective in that first half with keeping us from isolating. We love to isolate Trossard and Saka against their fullbacks, and they did a very good job of keeping us from being able to do that in that first half. But also, I thought there was a move where Marino had been pulled to the left, Odegaard was pulled up high, and Zubi chased a defender as well. And so they played into Sancho, who one times it, one vertical pass right down the throat, and Ollie Watkins was in the channel. You know, I definitely think that they looked dangerous, as they always do on the counter. Watkins should score, really. I don't know. I think that was early on, 5th, 6th minute, something like that. they get an opportunity and Watkins kind of scuffs it and puts it wide. He's got to score there, honestly. And I think we got away with one right there in the beginning of the game. And I thought all in all, though, I thought that Saliba and Gabriel definitely crowded out Watkins for most of the game, did well in that battle. Saka wasn't in the first 20 minutes. I did note that we were winning the second balls, mostly, generally. But once again, I took the same note that Villa, they did really well tactically in that first half to keep us from the situations where we are best. So normally when we win tons of second balls, we pin teams in, we pin teams in, we pin teams in. But they were able to keep us from any rhythm, any real momentum in that first half. And I thought that tactically it went to plan for Villa in that first half. They absolutely were able to keep us from being fluid, from any rhythm at all. I thought that it was nervy. They had a little bit of it for about 10 minutes, and then we kind of kept them at arm's length. It was an interesting half, and I was kind of nervous for a lot of it. And I think that in the first half, my note was going to be that Trossard was working hard defensively, was playing very well defensively, got back in the 30th minute, all the way from the corner kick to see it out for a corner for them. I guess it was good D by Trossard. And then there came the next chance for Victor, where he's made a great run around the two defenders when we get the cross in, and he's dove at it, and that chance was a little bit more difficult than the other header, so I give him a little bit more leeway on this one. But the note I took was closer. It's closer. I actually stood up and was like, it's coming, because I thought that as the game went on, Gyökeres got better and better and better and better and better. Yes, he should have scored today, but I thought he played well. The referee, I do want to mention the referee because my next note says, lucky that Saka doesn't get booked 2 different times for those cynical challenges, because the one on Morgan Rogers at the top of the box is 100% just like pulling somebody back. And the other one, not 10 minutes later, where he's kicked Luka Dean, was pretty similar. So we're pretty lucky he didn't get the yellows there. But the referee was terrible, but for both teams. He was horrible for both teams. Like, he was consistently making dumb calls, both for and against us. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of expect him to be bad, but it was weird because he was bad for both teams. So, I can't really complain about that. I took the note that said William Saliba is a hero. I don't care that ball was offsides when he's made the gut-busting run to keep Watkins from scoring. At halftime, I said that it was a tough half, no rhythm, not much control. We did defend well against the transitions. As much as I say that Villa did well to kind of minimize what we are good at in that first half, we defended well against what they were good at. Having Big Gabriel back there was absolutely massive. Absolutely 100% a difference maker today. Man of the match for me, of course. I didn't think we were as clinical as we could be in that first half, but whatever Arteta has said to them, the win one for the Gipper at halftime. Normally we do up our game in the first 15 minutes, up the energy in the first 15 minutes of the second half, and that was 100% what we've done here in this one. Right out the rip, Victor has a couple of good moments with the hold-up play, bringing others into the team. We need to see a whole lot more of that. He does a good hold-up play on the build-up to win the corner, and then corner kick FC, baby. Set piece again. Ole. Big Gab. He's back. Big Gab is back. I don't care if it was, bundled over the line, whatever, comes off his shin and his shoelace at the end of it. Big Gab's definitely claiming that one. And, I mean, from there, what have I been asking for? We haven't been ruthless or clinical, efficient, any of these adjectives you want to pick about our goal scoring. They just have not been there. And today we said, to hell with that. We're going to bang in a bunch of goals. And We didn't let up after that first goal. There wasn't like a drop off. That was after every time we scored, I said, we can't let up. We can't let up. And immediately we got into the high press. And in that second half, our high press was devastating. They just couldn't handle it. And if you noticed the way Gyökeres and Saka were angling their runs when they were pressing Emi Martinez, that made him have to choose where to play. Like, we made the choice for him. If they weren't going to play it long, we made him pick the really risky pass, and we punished them time and again. We took the ball off them high up the pitch time and time again. And there was a lot more urgency to play quicker in the counterattack when we won the ball high up the field. Even up 2-3-0, it was less of control, oh, stop, breathe. No, it was the moments there. Let's go grab it. Let's score another goal. Let's absolutely destroy them. And yeah, like I say, the press was causing problems. Punish them. Great finish from Martin Zubimendi with the assist from Martin Odegaard, who had an absolutely fantastic game. 2 in a row. That's his second game back. Had been, I don't know if it's at his best or to his best, but he played very, very well today. Captain's performance, didn't get on the score sheet, got a couple of assists. I know he got at least one. And the way he won the ball back in the press and didn't hesitate to play it on or to move it on or to, get it into the Victor or Saka, I think that Martin Odegaard, fantastic today. Absolutely fantastic today. And yeah, keep it going. More of that, please. Way more of that, please, because he was fantastic today. Absolutely deserves all the credit. Once again, Marino, lucky not to be sent off. I was speaking on the referee. He was terrible, but even, of course, it was another cynical foul from Marino. We could have had 3 yellows. Saka could have been sent off. Marino could have been sent off there. So I think, yes, the ref was horrible, but we were a little bit lucky there. Yeah, my very next note, once again, was Trossard tracking back on the defense. Trossard had a great game. Jack, my man Leandro Trossard, absolutely had a fantastic game. Easily one of our most clinical, efficient goal scorers. Ball pops up to him right there at the edge of the box, and he says, yep, I'll have that. Dunks it right in. I think that Victor was good today. Victor Gyökeres had some more good hold-up work right before he's come off in about the 65th minute. I thought he was a much improved performance today, everything but the goal. I definitely think it was a response to his critics. Everything he could have done besides scoring the goal. Way fewer horrendous, bumbling, clumsy touches than we've seen in the last 3-4 games. I thought his touch was far better. Yes, the standard was in the dumpster, but he's definitely improved, and so I was happy to see that. Gabby Jesus comes in for my man and just immediately, just like, you know what? Yep, I'll have some of that too. Everybody today is getting in on the act. Here I am. I think I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and get on the shirt as well. Get on the score sheet as well. Lifts up his shirt, says, yep, I belong to Jesus. Brave for doing that. Definitely gets in there and scores a banger. You love to see it. What can I say? At the end of it, we let off again. Yes, we kind of let off again. Yes, but this is my point. Arteta's able to make all those subs, and we can fall asleep because we're up 4-0. How is this logic not found you yet? How is this, we don't need to play Declan Rice every game when we're up 4-0 in the second half. You know what I mean? We can bring everybody off. And sensibly, he's done that. Saka came off. Marino came off. We got Madueke. You know what I'm saying? Like, the players that needed to come off, and we need to manage their minutes. I think we did that. Did that well today. My note says, who says Jesus can't finish, baby? Effing ruthless, baby. That's what we're looking for. And another of these some of these goals that we've scored, it's been fantastic buildup from front to back. The fourth goal, David Raya started with the ball, and we had to play it out from the back. It was kind of a risky pass from Hincapié, and then Martin Odegaard's flicked it over his shoulder to get out of that press. And then, like we haven't been, we were devastating when we had the man advantage in the fast break. Absolutely devastating, and you love to see it. Timber, another one who came off, and it was good to see White getting back on the pitch. I thought that injury was going to be much longer. Timber, definitely glad to see him back. I mean, when you have your best back four, or almost, when you have your best defensive players on the field, just saying, and then, yes, we did let up, and it was a prime example. If you look at what was happening at the end of that game, it's a small microcosm of our worst part of defending. Just in this last little 5-game spell, I think we cannot let crosses in. Like, you see how we can't let crosses in. But having said that, Big Gab and his clearing of said crosses, I think we've definitely been missing. It didn't really hit me until, we were starting to let the crosses in at the end, and Gabriel was clearing a whole bunch of them. I'm like, well, that's why we've been poor against, the crosses recently. And then, it was a dumb goal to concede, but David Raya, what a crazy, crazy save from McGinn on the line. I was sure John McGinn was going to score. Certain John McGinn was going to score. I don't know how David Raya has done that. You got to give David Raya's credit to absolute monster back there. He's been for us this season. Much needed Ruthless win, pressed with lots of energy and punished them clinically was my final note there. Yeah, and that's absolutely what we did. We've been missing that so much. And I may have gotten a little upset with Arteta today. Two things can be true. He's been terrible at managing our injuries and keeping people healthy, but also he seemed to find the answer today. Definitely in that second half, unleashed the released the handbrake, unleashed the whatever you want to call them, and absolutely ripped them apart. We are capable of this. It's there. We destroyed Leeds, and now we've destroyed Villa. We've destroyed other teams in Champions League this season. It's there to be had. This mentality has to remain. This mentality of, we've scored one, don't let up. Oh, we've scored two, don't let up. Oh, we've got another, don't let up. When we're on top in games, we have to put them away. That's the only way we're going to win this league. I've been saying it since the beginning of this channel. Since we started this channel 4 seasons ago, I've been saying it. The only way you win the league is to be absolutely ruthless. How do you beat Man City? At their own game. What was the title? Somebody go back and look when we beat Man City 5-1 and tell me what the title of my match reaction was. Somebody tell me in the comments below what the word on the thumbnail was when we beat Man City 5-1. That's what we have to be. This is what we have to do for the rest of the league. The rest of the season. We got Bournemouth at the weekend. It's going to be a tough game away from home. When we get our chances, we have to be ruthless. We have to be ruthless. We will create chances. We absolutely have to be ruthless. It's there. We have it. We have it in bunches. It's just got to be here. We just have to have it here. We just have to have it here. That's the difference between Brighton. That's the difference between 4 games where we've had 100 chances and we've scored 1 open play goal. And today, that's the difference. The ruthless mentality. It's where champions stand up and say, yeah, we're having it. I don't care who it is. I don't care how many games you've run on the bounce. I don't care what the record is, Arteta versus Emery. I don't care what it is. That's what champions do. You stand up and you decimate teams. When we're on top and we have the advantage, that's what you do. I love it. I absolutely love it. Bring me more. Bring me more. Absolutely love it. Bring me more. And of course, if you've been here, thanks for being here this whole time. If you made it this far, subscribe if you are new. Of course, like I said, thanks for being here. Hype it up if you got any of those left. Tell me what you're thinking in the comment section down below. Have we finally put the ghost of Emery to bed? And is this a statement win for Arsenal? Are we going to go on to even greater heights? Will we continue to be ruthless in the future? And of course, we will be back very, very soon in just a couple of hours for your regularly scheduled program, the Cup Chasers podcast. We're back tonight at 8:30. My man Nez will be on the show, and we're talking Arsenal. Of course, we're talking Man City in the title race. So definitely join us for that. Big Gabby is back. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks for being here again, Suka. My man Big Gab is back. And we needed him. How we needed that. How we needed that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come find me in a couple hours. We'll be back live. Of course, thanks for being here. You will see me next.